When Australian retailer Roger David called in administrators last week, it was just another sign the retail sector is struggling. Recent data shows more and more retailers are shutting up shop, with the number of vacant retail spaces around Australia on the rise. Much of the blame falls on online shopping, but debt-laden households and stalled wages growth are seeing the rise of a more cautious consumer. Here's Rachel Pupazzoni.
Walk along a high street in any capital city and you'll see empty retail spaces where there was once bustling trade. These vacant shops are a reflection of retail's slowing growth as consumers tighten their purse strings.
There's no doubt in my mind in retail as an asset class, there's been some flattening of value.
Michael Bate has been selling and leasing retail real estate around Australia for more than 3 decades.
For the first time, we're going to see one of the big car brands on the Pitt Street Mall.
He says landlords, like the owners of this space in Sydney's Pitt Street Mall, which will soon be a car showroom, are changing the way retail spaces are used.
Once upon a time, a traditional regional shopping centre, or the main street here in Sydney, always had a traditional clothing or fashion buy, from lifestyle right through to top end. That's changing dramatically.
So this is a 60 square metre retail shop in Paddington.
Paddington's Oxford Street has been struggling since it was bookended by Westfield shopping complexes. Local realtor Stephanie Polito says commercial agents like him are working harder to fill vacant spaces.
With a strip, you can drive past and you can see the full lease sign, so you get an idea in terms of how many shops are empty. The trick for us agents is trying to fill the space as quick as we can.
He's also seen a change in the way retail real estate is being used.
So we've seen a shift away from fashion, especially on Oxford Street, and we've seen a lot more furniture operators, showroom operators.
But even with the shift in the use of retail spaces, there's no denying owners are struggling to get tenants. Vacancy rates have increased almost 1% across the 5 major states. City centres have seen the biggest rise, up 1.3%. That's compared to the same time a year ago. Suburban shopping centres have seen a rise of 0.5% in vacancy rates. The flow-on effect means rents are declining. NAB's latest commercial property survey shows rent prices are down for the quarter and have further to fall. And assumptions online shopping is the culprit appear to be ill-founded. Online retail accounts for a fraction of sales in Australia. That's supported by fresh data from technology firm Pitney Bowes that online shoppers here and around the world haven't really increased their spending in the last year.
It allows the customer to not only browse but also shop that style from within our stores.
Australian label Q has been selling women's fashion for 50 years.
There's definitely some pressure and change in the market, and we do feel that in various areas of the business and different channels. But from our perspective overall, we have seen continual growth.
Shane Lenton says Q's 110 standalone and consignment stores are still strong performers.
We haven't seen a significant shift or change in our shopping centre or our high street trends. Department stores is another successful format for us, and that has stayed consistent too.
Despite Q's positive sales, the flow-on effect of empty retail space is a concern.
No one wants to walk into a shopping centre or down a high street and see empty shop fronts. So it provides part of the experience for consumers or retailers, it's not a great look.
Mr. Bates says that look may be around for some time.
I think where the real test is coming is in the mid-range, in the regional and in the sub-regional space.
And the test for landlords and retailers is selling a new retail landscape to keep up with the changing expectations of consumers.
Rachel Pupazzoni with that report.